Why do you have an inability to focus? There's a saying I teach as a corporate trainer is if they're not moving, they're not listening. And just because I'm talking to you, just because you're giving the screen eye contact does not mean that you're listening to me. Most human beings have an inability to focus. And focus is a superpower today on the planet Earth. Because if you can focus, you are now different than most human beings, but you're also cloaked because they're not going to know that you have the ability to focus. Now, the better you can focus on any situation, the more effective and efficient you'll be at it. You've heard of undivided attention or divided attention. You want to have that undivided attention, that ability to really zero in. And I'm going to give you some keys into understanding in this video why we have trouble focusing, but also how to focus better. The first one I want to give you is a metaphor called super saturation. Do you think they put any science into processed food? Do you think the better that the processed food tastes, the more likely you are to buy it? Probably and probably, right? So if they put science in the food becomes super saturated with taste. So it lights up my taste buds, and the better it tastes, the more likely I am to buy it, the more money they make. Do you think the apps on your phone are super saturated? Do you think what you watch on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO, Hulu are super saturated? Everything is super saturated and everything wants a piece of us. So our brains have an inability to focus because everything is vying for our attention. It's like we have all of these apps saying, hey, me here, hey, check this out, check out this. Every time we look at one, we get a little reward called a dopamine hit. We get this little dopamine hit as we go in this different direction. So most human beings have an inability to focus. This is the thinking line and this is the listening line. So you might be listening to me right now up in the listening line, but then when you're thinking, you're missing what I'm saying. And then you go back up to the listening line, and then you come back to the thinking line. So you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. We vacillate. All human beings do this. We're in, we're out, we're in, we're out, we're in, we're out. So when you're present, you're paying attention.